Leonardo DiCaprio went to extreme lengths for his role in The Revenant. He didn't just act, he lived it. To fully immerse himself in the character of Hugh Glass, he endured freezing temperatures, harsh landscapes, and one of the most talked about moments in modern cinema, eating real, raw bison liver on camera. No props, no special effects, just raw, unfiltered realism. His reaction? Genuine. The disgust? Real. But why did he go this far? Director Alejandro Iñárritu demanded authenticity, pushing his actors to their limits. For DiCaprio, this wasn't just another role, it was a transformation, a test of endurance, and a commitment to storytelling unlike anything he had done before. But what did it take to get this brutal scene just right? The Revenant wasn't just a movie, it was a test of endurance. Directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu, this survival epic was filmed in some of the harshest conditions imaginable. The crew traveled to remote, freezing locations, battling relentless cold, unpredictable weather, and difficult terrain. Every scene was shot using only natural light, which meant waiting for the perfect moment each day. This dedication to realism made every second on screen feel brutally authentic. But one moment stood out above the rest. The scene where Leonardo DiCaprio devours a raw bison liver. It wasn't just about acting hungry, it was about truly experiencing the desperation of survival. Originally, a gelatin prop was used, but DiCaprio felt it didn't look convincing enough. To capture a genuine reaction, he chose to eat the real thing, pushing himself beyond his own limits for the sake of storytelling. It was probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my career. Most actors would have opted for a prop, a fake liver made of gelatin or some other edible substitute, but DiCaprio didn't. Why did he go so far? The answer lies in Iñárritu's obsessive dedication to realism and DiCaprio's relentless commitment to his craft. Iñárritu wanted his actors to experience what their characters felt: cold, hunger, exhaustion, and desperation. Every detail mattered. A fake liver wouldn't have captured the true struggle of survival. It wouldn't have created the same visceral reaction that a real, raw organ would evoke. For DiCaprio, authenticity was more important than comfort. He didn't just want to perform, he wanted to experience, to suffer, to embody Hugh Glass completely. He knew that biting into the real thing would elicit a reaction he could never fake, and that level of dedication is what separates good performances from legendary ones. He gagged, he winced, his face twisted in pure disgust, and every bit of it was real. It's that raw emotion, that commitment to the moment, that made this scene unforgettable. The Revenant is based on the true story of Hugh Glass, a frontiersman left for dead after a brutal bear attack. But this wasn't just another historical drama, it was an endurance test for everyone involved. The film's realism is what sets it apart. Instead of relying on sound stages or artificial environments, director Alejandro González Iñárritu insisted on shooting in the real wilderness, exposing both actors and crew to the harshest elements. Filming took place in remote locations across Canada and Argentina, where temperatures often dropped below freezing. The team battled icy rivers, relentless snowstorms, and brutal winds. Every scene was shot using only natural light, meaning filming schedules were dictated by the sun, often leaving the cast waiting for hours in sub-zero conditions just to capture a single moment. For DiCaprio, this wasn't just about acting, it was about survival. He slept in animal carcasses, endured freezing water, and pushed his body to the limit. His portrayal of Hugh Glass wasn't just believable, it was lived. That level of commitment, combined with Iñárritu's vision, made The Revenant one of the most physically demanding films ever created. Iñárritu was determined to make every moment of The Revenant feel authentic. There were no green screens, no artificial lighting, just the raw, unforgiving wilderness. Filming took place in remote locations where temperatures dropped below freezing, forcing the cast and crew to endure real physical hardships. Every shot relied on natural light, meaning they had only a few hours each day to capture scenes. This commitment to realism made the film visually stunning but also incredibly challenging to produce. Iñárritu's vision pushed everyone to their limits, creating an experience that felt as brutal and immersive as the story itself. I wanted the audience to feel everything: the cold, the hunger, the desperation. Originally, DiCaprio was given a prop liver made of gelatin, but something felt off. The texture, the weight, it didn't capture the raw brutality of survival. He knew it, Iñárritu knew it, the authenticity just wasn't there. For a film so grounded in realism, every detail mattered. DiCaprio wanted his reaction to be genuine, to fully embody the desperation of his character. So, he made a bold decision. He ate a real, raw bison liver. The disgust on his face? Completely real. That single choice elevated the scene, making it one of the most visceral and unforgettable moments in cinema. And so DiCaprio made a choice. He bit into the real thing. No acting, no faking, just raw commitment. The disgust on his face? 100% real. The way he gagged, his eyes watering, his body recoiling, pure, unfiltered human instinct. In that moment, he wasn't just playing Hugh Glass, he was him, a starving man doing whatever it took to survive. That authenticity is what made the scene so powerful. It wasn't just about shock value, it was about fully immersing the audience in the brutal reality of the frontier. And that's why this moment remains unforgettable in cinema history. The result? A performance so raw, so visceral, that it won Leonardo DiCaprio his first ever Academy Award. His dedication to authenticity in The Revenant pushed him beyond his limits, and the raw liver scene became one of the most talked about moments in modern cinema. It wasn't just a shocking stunt, it was a testament to DiCaprio's unwavering commitment to his craft. The disgust on his face, the way he gagged, the sheer struggle to swallow, it was all real. That authenticity made the audience feel the desperation, the hunger, and the brutal reality of survival. It was a defining moment in a film already known for its grueling production, and it perfectly encapsulated the hardships his character, Hugh Glass, endured. But this scene was just one piece of a larger masterpiece. Iñárritu's vision for The Revenant was to strip away Hollywood's comforts and create something truly immersive. Every aspect of the film, from the natural lighting to the extreme conditions, was designed to make the experience as real as possible. And in the end, that commitment paid off. DiCaprio's unforgettable performance cemented his legacy, proving that sometimes true greatness requires true sacrifice. Thank you to Alejandro Iñárritu for pushing me beyond what I thought was possible. Of course, this level of dedication wasn't easy. Eating raw liver carries serious health risks, including exposure to bacteria and parasites. Even for someone as committed as Leonardo DiCaprio, it was a challenge. He admitted that the experience was tough. The texture, the taste, the sheer difficulty of keeping it down. His body naturally recoiled, and his gag reflex kicked in, but he powered through, driven by a relentless pursuit of authenticity. For DiCaprio, The Revenant wasn't just another film, it was an endurance test. Every aspect from the production demanded physical and mental resilience. He endured freezing temperatures, waded through icy rivers, and slept inside animal carcasses, all to ensure his performance felt as real as possible. So when it came to the raw liver scene, he knew using a prop would take away from that authenticity. Iñárritu's vision for the film was to strip away all artificiality. No green screens, no studio lighting, just raw, unfiltered survival. DiCaprio embraced that vision fully, sacrificing comfort for realism. His willingness to go to such extremes is what made the performance unforgettable. In the end, his suffering translated into one of the most visceral, gripping performances in cinema history. Many have asked, was this really necessary? Couldn't he have faked it? Sure, but would the scene have the same impact? Would we still be talking about it today? Probably not. Leonardo DiCaprio's dedication to his craft is what sets him apart as one of the greatest actors of our time. He doesn't just play a role, he fully immerses himself into it, no matter what the physical or mental toll might be. His willingness to push the limits for authenticity, from enduring freezing temperatures to eating raw bison liver, is what makes The Revenant so powerful. Every moment felt real because it was real. That level of commitment is rare, and it's why the film remains unforgettable. DiCaprio's performance wasn't just acting, it was a raw, unfiltered experience that left a lasting impact. What do you think? Was it worth it? Let us know in the comments below, and if you love behind-the-scenes stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing film breakdowns.